for today. This is a YouTube special, no podcast for this. But there will also be podcast specials, so make sure you go down there so you don't miss a single NFL or Packers notification in today. But today, we will be reviewing my week 1 and telling you guys my week 2 picks. I was 12-4, which I think is an outstanding record for the games I did not get correct. But first, I want to talk about this Chiefs-Ravens game. It was by a toe. They were going to go for 2, which could make or break the game. But as we know, that game will always be by the toe. And that really hurts me as I had them winning, and I think they should have actually won that. Lamar Jackson, if you didn't see the press interview, said, "I still believe right now that he was in, even after looking at that footage." So yeah, no, that will be that, and so I got that pick incorrect, and then, I had 3 in a row incorrect. My ESPN, this is my YouTube pick, but my actual picks, I got that first one, but this is my YouTube picks because I have a different opinion when I'm making these YouTube videos, but when I'm making these YouTube videos, but by the time I make the pick'ems. So next we have the Packers-Eagles. As I discussed in my last video, go check that out, or you can check it out on my podcast. It really hurt as Jordan Love popped his knee, and he'll be out to 3 to 6 weeks. So I'm hoping that I can we can get back on track, even with Malik Willis being our starting quarterback. Hope that guy can really be like Jordan Love, as he sit behind some guys that have been really good quarterbacks with Jordan Love, and then but he's only been there for a couple of weeks, but he's seen them play and has been at training camp and seeing these guys play, so hopefully he can take some of Jordan Love's talent and put it into his talent, because I know if you're drafted in the NFL, you might not be the best player, but you were drafted, so you gotta be somewhat good. So yes, I got that pick incorrect, and then I did have the Falcons winning in my YouTube picks, but the Steelers just pulled away with the win with too many field goals for me to count, and the Steelers win 18 to 10. And then next we have the Cardinals-Bills. This was actually a closer game than I thought, but I did pick the Bills to win, so I was correct. 34 to 20. I don't really have anything to say other than Cardinals, why did you blow that lead? Cardinals, come on. I had you rooting for it in my real picks, as I went like 10-7 in my real picks, but yeah, no. So but next is the Tennessee Titans versus Chicago Bears. If you saw this game, do I really need to say anything? I'm still gonna say it. Titans, please. Why didn't you? Will Levis could not hold on to that lead. Being in that Mayo commercial did not help him, because he just blew a 17-0 lead. That made the Packers the only team in the NFC North that did not lose, or that lost, and that makes me angry. As coming up the Detroit Lions won against the Rams in an overtime game, and the Vikings just blew out the Giants. So, Next we have the Houston Texans versus Indianapolis Colts. I have the Houston Texans winning this because Jordan Love and CJ Stroud is friends, but that's pretty much because they have like the same story other than he got to start his rookie year and like they're pretty much like the same person. But yes, go to Tom Grassi to get that knowledge. Or not Tom Grassi, it's this other guy. He does all cool videos. I'll probably like get his name soon, but this was actually a closer game than I thought, and I love that the Indianapolis Colts lose momentum like the Packers coming into this game. I just hope Anthony Richardson can't do anything to us. Next we have the Miami Dolphins versus Jacksonville Jaguars. I do want to say one thing about this game, that the Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was detained, and he, as a press conference, he said he didn't know why he was detained, and a couple Dolphins teammates had to help him. He was just a couple blocks outside of the Miami Dolphins stadium, but an officer has been fired, or at least de-raised from, or like he was moved to the next position lower than him because of this incident, because as it seems Tyreek Hill didn't do anything wrong. They say he was arrested for reckless driving, which we'll get more news on as this time goes, or this thing we have already the news and I'm telling you wrong. And then my last non-pick, or no pick, 97% picked the Cincinnati Bengals, and most people were wrong, as somehow the Patriots won against the Bengals, and I think Drake May is happy. Next we have the Saints versus the Panthers. I know that the Panthers are not going to be good this year, and getting blown out by the Saints 47-10. Yeah, Panthers. I'd start rebuild 2.0 if I were you. Next we have the Miami Dolphins versus the New York Giants. Sadly, I have the Minnesota Vikings winning this, but and I was right. But come on, Giants. I do have something to say about this game. Daniel Jones sucked. He almost got demoted from his quarterback one position, but he will be the starter in week 2 for the New York Giants. Next, we have the Broncos versus Seahawks. I had the Seahawks winning this, but they did have some problems. They got sacked or safetied twice. They did lose, but that was an insane performance by the Denver Broncos defense. And back to the Bears game. Bears offense, you might need to work on your offense because they didn't score a single offensive touchdown. The Bears defense made a comeback 17-0 all by themselves, other than the run control game. Come on, Bears. And Steelers, in that fact. But next we have the Chargers versus Raiders. I did have the Chargers getting revenge, as the rookie head coach Jim Harbaugh. I'm saying his name completely wrong, but I just forgot it. But I did have them getting their revenge, and I know this coach is going to be a good one. So yes, I have them winning, and they won 22-10. Next we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels doing better than Caleb Williams. Not as good as Bo Nix, as he made an impression for the Broncos, but he did still put up a fight, only losing by 17, which is still bad by 2 touchdowns and 3 points, but they did put up 20 points. And but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they might be underdogs here, but I did have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning. Next, we have the Cowboys versus Browns. I did have the Cowboys winning this, but I thought it was going to be a close game, and I was wrong. They almost won by double points. Come on, Browns. You need to work on that. Next, we have the Rams, Lions, Sunday Night Football game. I did have the Lions winning this because I didn't think the Rams were good enough to beat the Lions, but dang, was I close to being wrong. This game went into overtime, and the Detroit Lions came out by a touchdown. I wasn't able to watch that game because, well, if you get YouTube TV and NFL stuff, NFL Sunday Ticket, then yes, you can watch all the games. But if you are like me, or if you're like me and don't want to pay $80 for the whole thing, but you will pay that amount of money to watch all the 11 o'clock games, then yeah, no, definitely, then yeah, no, you won't be able to watch any of the night games. Alright, come on, NFL, what's up with that? But next, we have the, which I was actually extremely close to making a prediction for this. I was actually only never mind, I was like 20 off. No, but total points, it was 32-19, and that was not that good. But yeah, the San Francisco 49ers won 32-19. The 49ers won. I picked them winning. Even without Christian McCaffrey, I knew this team was still winning, and I thought it'd be by a lot, as it was proven 32-19. But I do think that that this should have been better. But there should have been a better performance by the Jets. But they tried their best, I guess. But yeah, no. So yeah, we are gonna be our make picks now. So we're gonna make picks together. And if you don't agree with me, leave them down in the comments, and I will take that into consideration when I make my week 2 picks or my week 3 picks. But next we have the Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills, an intense matchup that last year won the Bills the division and the 2 seed, but the Miami Dolphins, I do have the Miami Dolphins winning this after a close matchup versus, I forgot, I have bad memory, guys, but yeah, no, Cowboys versus New Orleans Saints, I do have the Cowboys winning this, just because, do you not have them winning this? Tampa Bay Bucks versus Detroit Lions. I do want to say Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as they have that momentum, but I do have the Detroit Lions winning after Jared Goff was like, don't trade me, don't trade me. And hopefully the Lions learn from that. Next we have the Green Bay Packers versus Indianapolis Colts. I do have the Packers winning this, and most people do have the Indianapolis Colts winning this. But they're both 0-1, and I get, even with because of the Jordan Love injury, but I do think Josh Jacobs will have a pop-off game as I just hope that our defense doesn't get ran over by prime Jonathan Taylor. So, yes, no, next is the New York Jets versus Tennessee Titans. I do have the New York Jets winning this one because I think the Titans would have lost even more to the Jets, and the mailman will get his second loss. Next, we have San Francisco 49ers versus Minnesota Vikings, and I am so happy to be clicking this button on the San Francisco 49ers going against the Vikings. I do have the Vikings losing that. Next is the Seattle Seahawks versus New England Patriots. I have the Seattle Seahawks winning. Actually, I have the Patriots winning this. Hot take. But if they can beat if they can beat the Bengals, I know that they can beat the Seahawks. Next, we have the Giants versus Commanders. I do have the Commanders winning this, and Jaden Daniels having his first pop-off game in the NFL. Next, we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus Carolina Panthers. After that performance by Carolina, I think anyone can win against them. I have the Los Angeles Chargers winning this. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have the I do have the Jags winning this because I forgot Nick Chubb will never be 100% ever again, probably. But I'm very close to picking the Browns. Next, we have the Ravens versus Las Vegas. And is this even really like a close game? I don't think so. Next, we have the Rams versus Cardinals. Actually, I do have the Rams winning this one because Matthew Stafford was very close to pulling off a win against the Lions, and the Lions are a tough team. But I think it's going to be a close one with Arizona Cardinals only losing by like 17, I think it was. Next, we have the Steelers versus Broncos. I have two friends who both like these teams, although I think Bo Nix gets his first win and that the Broncos win. Next, we have the Bengals versus Chiefs. People say that now that the Patriots beat them, that they might fall off, but I have different. I think the Kansas City Chiefs will get their first loss in this one, and Joe Burrow will be Joe Burr again. Next, we have the Bears versus Texans. I have the Texans winning this one, and I'm so glad to be clicking that button and knowing that 92% of people picked the Texans to win this game. Next, we have the Eagles versus the Falcons. I do have the Eagles winning this, and Kirk O'Chains will get his second loss. You're too old. No, I'm just joking. But, but that's going to be our Monday night game. And, how many game points do I think will be scored? I am going to have them scoring. It's gonna be I can't tell you if it's going to be close or not. But at this point, I do think that the Eagles are going to win after showing up versus my Packers. I do think that they're going to win, obviously, as I picked them. I think they'll score 24 points, and the Falcons will score 14, which makes for a total score of 38. And that's how much I think will be scored. That's all my picks for today. Thank you guys for watching. And is anyone higher than me on the picks for ESPN, I'm 306,865. Is anyone higher than me in that is watching this and can leave a comment? Thank you guys for watching. This is a YouTube special, but still go check out my podcast, Under the Bright Lights, where I do podcast specials. Just not today. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go get to editing my podcast video, and then tomorrow I'll edit these videos. But yeah, seriously, go check out more of my videos and my podcast. Maybe you'll actually like it. And starting now, I'm going to be trying to do it, but I can't make this video too long because it'll be way better if it's just 20 minutes rather than 21 minutes. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.